I pestled my heart in love's mortar, roasted it and ate it up. I kept my cool, but you can bet I wasn't sure whether I would die or live. I pestled my heart in love's mortar, roasted it and ate it up. I kept my cool, but you can bet I wasn't sure whether I would live or die. Before you pestle something, how is it? It is gross, solid. It's a crystal. But after you take the mortar and the pestle, you grind it. What form does it take? Subtle, amorphous, powder. Subtle. So this pestling is the process of moving from the gross to the subtle. From sthul to sukshma. Are you getting it? What is happening is, what Lalla is conveying is, there was this mind that was always attached to the material, to the gross. But I pestled it so that it kept moving into the subtle, into the fine. Powder is fine. The gross mind does not appreciate the delicate, the fine, the subtle. You have to pestle it. You have to pestle it. So that its patterns, its crystals, they break. Roasted it and ate it up. I destroyed the attachment of the mind to the gross, to the material, to the form. The crystal has a particular form, you can hold it. But the finest of powder is just a particle. And you make it even more fine. It will reduce to the molecule. Hardly any form it has now. So the reduction in size is also the destruction of form, shape, color. Do you see what is happening? Stay with the analogy. And when you move to the delicate level, to the minutest level, to the molecular level, what do you find? You find that which attracted you has the same essence as the essence of that which you hate. You love sugar and you hate salt. And there is sugar and there is salt. And you keep pestling them. And ultimately what do you get? And electrons and protons. And they are the same. Are the electrons in sugar any different from the electrons in salt? It's the same. And remember, even electrons and protons are not yet the frontier. They too can be reduced. And you keep reducing them and ultimately you find there is no material. What you call as the electron today has been proven since decades to not to exist. There is no electron. There is just a field. A field exists. So there is no material. This you call as material, right? This you call as material, this wall. You keep pestling it down and you keep pestling it down. And you reach the level and then the atomic level. And then what do you discover? You discover there is nothing. Even this wall, as it exists right now, is 99% empty space. When you hit it, you feel a resistance. So you feel there is something solid here. But this something solid is actually just a potential difference. There is nothing solid here. There is just a potential barrier. It is matter. Is 99% empty. More than 99% empty. And when you probe deeper, you see that it is 100% empty. But to the gross eye, it looks solid. It looks important and apparent. It is there. It is not there. You pestle it and you would know it's fact. It is not there. You just have to pestle it. Roasted it and ate it up. Killed my attachment to the gross. Now I look at the wall the most beautiful of walls. And now I look at the dirt by the roadside, and what do I see?
They all are the same.
They are the same. I've roasted the differences. I've destroyed them. They are gone. Now walls cannot attract me. Now faces cannot attract me. I kept my cool, but you bet I wasn't sure whether I would die or live. That's true. And this is faith. I do not know what would happen of me, and yet I know what I am doing must be done. Never hide behind the alibi that I want to be fully sure before I enter something. The mind can never be fully sure. Thought can never be fully sure. What is faith? To do it without being fully sure. Are you getting it? I do not know what it is, yet I must do it. When I look at it through thought, then 1,000 questions arise and they resist. They say, don't do because you don't know. Why are you doing it? Why must I read Lalla? Why must I perform? Why have I come to the learning camp? Is anybody sure? 100% sure? Don't you have your doubts? Don't doubts keep popping up time and again? Is it really needed? Yesterday somebody was saying, why are we being made to write reflections? Morning somebody said, why are our phones being switched off? You are not really sure whether what is happening is the right thing, right? And I'm assuring you, you can never be really sure. But you must yet keep going. You must yet keep going. As you keep going, the sureness increases. As you keep going, you realize that whatever is happening is actually the best thing that could happen to me. I didn't know that it was the best thing. I couldn't have known, being what I am. My power to know, my power to realize is so limited. How could I know that this is the right thing? But later on, at some point, you feel like saying thanks. Thanks that you did this to me. And you feel like saying thanks to yourself, thanks to myself, that I didn't resist. Are you getting it? I kept my cool. Surely Lalla would have been feeling a little angry. Only then the question of keeping your cool arises. And you surely do feel angry, right? Somebody said yesterday that I said my learning camp is done. Who was it? So you have to keep your cool. I kept my cool, but you can bet I wasn't sure whether I would live or die. I wasn't sure whether I would be sent back in one piece. I wasn't sure whether I would come out intact from this. I wasn't sure whether all this is good for me.